Hey YouTube, I'm back again, some more pickups for you. Just want to show you what I've picked up over the last week. I'm not including in this video what I showed in the last two videos because I think it would be pointless just going through all those items again. So if you want to see what I picked up at CX on, I think it was Wednesday last week, and the Poundland on Friday, those two videos are previous two videos. The rest of this stuff I picked up off eBay, Amazon, Zavvi, Poundland, Granger Games, no charity shops though. So yeah, let's get into it. So firstly, these arrived I think last Monday or Tuesday off eBay. I'd purchased them the week before, but they'd taken a few days to get here, and I got that awesome Dawn of the Dead Arrow window box release last weekend from CEX, and I'd already bought these on eBay, like I say, and yeah, it took a few days, quite a few days to get here, and I did kind of hint that there were some more window boxes coming. So on DVD, got Phenomena, like standard. You get, as with all of them, trace of artwork, which is all shown on the back there. Inside, got the booklet and the poster. This one's only a single disc, and the other one I got was Inferno. Once again, you got all the contents on the back there. This is window box again. You got artwork either side. The 2-disc set. This one comes with art cards. Booklet and the poster. So really chuffed to grab those. I think that leaves me now with only 5 left of these Arrow DVD window boxes to collect. I've already got the entire Blu Ray set, but I'm still, yeah, like I said, I'm sure it's 5 I need to get, so really happy with those. And then kind of middle of last week, this appeared on eBay, and it was, oh, excuse me, even though I said I wasn't going to get anything else, this was just too good a price to pass up. Diamond 3 3D with the slipcover. Had this not had the slipcover, I probably wouldn't have bought it, because to get the slipcover after the fact would have probably added another £2 or £3 at least to the price. But yeah, for £6 I had to get that. And my one and only Poundland pickup that didn't come with that haul that I got on Friday. I found this earlier in the week. Bad Grandpa. I'm a big fan of Jackass. I used to love that show, and the movies are awesome. I've not yet seen this film, but hopefully it'll be good. Then on, must have been on Friday, after I'd been to Poundland, I had a quick look at Granger Games and found a couple of 3D Blu-rays. So I got Mr. Peabody and Sherman with the slipcover. Unfortunately, there was no ultraviolet slip in this one, so it was obviously been used by a previous owner, but you know, it was only £3.50. I've heard very good things about this film. And I also grabbed Edge of Tomorrow 3D version with the awesome lenticular cover, which is very reflective. Yeah, that was only a £5. Again, the slip cover. Just trying to think whether this came with a UV or not. Yeah, I already have this. So if anybody wants to give that a try, I don't know if it's still valid. By the looks of the date, it's probably just expired, but that usually means nothing. They often last way longer than the expiry date, but it may have been redeemed because it's second hand. But anybody wants to give it a try, they're welcome to. So they were the two I picked up from Granger Games. So next up, on Saturday morning, I had a run out to CX once again. I'd had a look online, and there was quite a few titles well, not quite a few, but there was a few titles I was interested in. Some from HMV's exclusive Warner Brothers Premium Collection, which, by the way, they're knocking those out like there's no tomorrow. They started just over a year ago. It was October last year. There are now 49 titles, I believe, in that set in 12 months, so that's quite some going. I only have one at the moment, and I'm not interested in picking everyone up. Unfortunately, it's a numbered collection, and the completist in me likes a full set of numbered collections, but there's so many in this series that I really have no interest in. If I come across them cheap, maybe there's some that I'll probably buy. There's probably about 15 in total from that whole set that I would like to get, including the one that I own. And CX had 3 of them. Now 2 of them were only 50p cheaper than buying them in HMV, so I decided not to bother with those. The third one, which I think was the Time Machine, had the Time Machine, Forbidden Planet, and Jason and the Argonauts. 2 of them were £12 and one was £8. I think it was the Time Machine that was £8. But none of them had the slipcovers. Now, to my knowledge, that I've seen in HMV, even the earliest ones still have the slipcovers. I haven't issued any yet, like I say, to my knowledge, without the slipcovers. So why someone would trade them in without the slipcovers? Because it would be pointless putting them on eBay, because everybody but the person who's buying these from CEX has already got the slipcovers. I think it's weird. So I had to pass on those. And the other one I wanted was had Street Trash, which I assumed was the 88 Films Blu-ray. It was the Street Trash Blu-ray. So I just assumed it was the 88 Films Blu-ray. But when I actually looked through the Blu-rays, in amongst the Blu-rays, they had the Arrow DVD release listed, stickered up as a Blu-ray. I already own that, and I wasn't going to pay a tenner for it, for the DVD if I didn't. But £10 for that Blu-ray, had it been the right one with the slipcover, yeah, I'd have definitely bought it. So all the stuff I went in to get, I couldn't. So I still had some vouchers burning a hole in my pocket, so I had a good look, and yeah, I found some stuff. Starting with a couple of DVDs. This one I've been looking for forever. Delirious by Eddie Murphy, stand-up from 83, 84, somewhere around then. I have Raw. I've had Raw for a long time, and every time I go to CEX, they always have Raw. No matter where I go, everywhere has Eddie Murphy Raw. Nowhere ever seems to have Delirious. I found it once at the car boot sale earlier this summer, but the disc was in horrible shape, so I didn't get it. And this is the first time I've actually ever come across this in CEX, and it was only 50p, which is probably why they never get it, because if they're selling it 50p, they're only buying it for probably 10p at best, and I know I certainly wouldn't want to trade it in for that amount, which is probably why nobody ever trades it in. So yeah, 50p for that. And then another item, another DVD that I never see out and about. This is Nighty Night Series 2. Again, Series 1 I've had for a long time, probably a few years. I loved this programme. It was so funny. It came out in, was it the late 90s, early 2000s? I'm not sure. It was on either BBC 2 or BBC Choice. Was BBC 3 or what? Try that again. What BBC 3 was before it came BBC 3 was BBC Choice, and it was either that or BBC 2. Anyway, I'm rambling. Yeah, it was a really, really funny show. They only made 2 series, and I've been looking to find Series 2 for such a long time, so I was just to grab that. And the rest of these are all Blu-rays. This one was only 50p, called Light of Day. I have never seen it, never heard of it. Bruce Willis, Henry Cavill, Sigourney Weaver. I know Bruce Willis these days is nowhere near as good as he used to be, but hopefully with the rest of the cast in it, it's going to be halfway decent. An awesome action movie, disaster movie, action disaster movie. It's for £2. The Day After Tomorrow, great film. Some Big Bang Theory, series 7. Yeah, this was only £4. It came with a valid ultraviolet, so I was chuffed with that. And then finally from CX, Blu-ray box set, Clint Eastwood's The Man with No Name, which includes A Fistful of Dollars, A Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. I've had, I believe, A Fistful of Dollars on Blu-ray, sealed, oddly, for probably a year or two, and just never watched it because I didn't want to until I'd come across the other 2. Now I've got all 3, I can sit and watch them, and I'll trade in that other copy, or maybe trade in this one and keep that one, just the one disc, not the whole thing, obviously. Are these? Oh, they're not individually barcoded. They're specifically for this box set, whereas that one is probably barcoded. So yeah, I'll keep these. I'll keep that. And these last few are all the pre-orders that all came out today. These first 2 actually arrived on Saturday morning through the post. They came from Zavi. So firstly, Arrow's release of The Thing on Steelbook. Really chuffed to have grabbed this. What a palaver it was when these were first announced, trying to get hold of them. Arrow's website was down for almost 2 days, I think. It was how people managed to order them directly from Arrow, I don't know, because I tried for such a long time to get on, and I just couldn't get on the website at all. It just kept crashing. So eventually I ordered them from Amazon, and then when Zavi got them in stock, I ordered them from Zavi as well, because this was cheaper at Zavi. And then last week, when I got a confirmation that these had been shipped, I cancelled the Amazon orders. And when I say these, that's because I also got this one. This is the limited edition set, gorgeous looking set. we've got another hard slip cover, which I'm really chuffed because they ship that as Avi normally do in a card mailer. They're steelbook boxes, although they've changed them now. They're slimmer than they used to be, and there's no foam packaging inside anymore. They just slip straight in. And this came in a jiffy envelope, which I wasn't too happy about, but luckily this is quite sturdy. Had it been one of those flimsy ones like those shock treatment Blu-rays, God knows what condition it would have been in. Anyway, inside we've got the Amray with kind of a similar artwork, but not identical. It's the same artwork, but without the jacket. Of course, on the back we've got a boatload of special features. Inside, it's just a one disc, which is a little bit disappointing. But I guess there's enough space on there for all those special features. And a bunch of art cards, which are all the same on the back. You just go through these. You got the booklet, which I love the cover of that. That's really good. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff in here, which a lot of the pictures that are in this book are the same as the ones they've used for the art cards, oddly enough. Yep, so that's really nice. And then of course you've got the poster, double-sided. Upside down. So you've got pretty much the same artwork that's on the cover of the Amray. And then I've got the classic poster art, which is the same as the steelbook, and I believe is the alternate artwork in there. Yep. Yeah, so really chuffed about that. These arrived on Saturday morning, and I had a look on eBay, and eBay was absolutely flooded with scalpers already trying to sell these. And it's no wonder people can't get hold of them, because so many people now are just buying stuff like this to stick straight back on the internet to make a profit out of the collectors that couldn't buy them from the retailers because the scalpers bought them all. It really does my head in. Anyway, that's the thing. Lovely, lovely, lovely set. And finally, the reason why this video is a day late, like I mentioned before, I was waiting for all the pre-orders to arrive. One that I did pre-order, I cancelled last week, which is the George A. Romero box set. Had that gone out of print during the pre-order phase, I would have kept that order. But because it hasn't, and there seems to be still plenty about and everybody has them in stock, I cancelled my pre-order, and hopefully, well, not hopefully, I will be getting that as a Christmas present. So I didn't have to fork out the money myself, somebody else has done that for me. Yeah, so these are the final two pre-orders that arrived today, released today, and came through the post from Amazon today. So I have the complete first series of Ash vs Evil Dead and complete second series, both on Blu-ray. The DVD for series 1 came out last year, but for whatever reason we didn't get a Blu-ray until now. Now I have one big gripe about this, and I'm sure you can see what it is. Season 2 comes in this lovely slipcover, whereas Season 1 does not. Now these have come from the same studio, from the same manufacturers, released on the same day, probably put together by the same people. So why did they put one in a slipcover and not the other? Or just not put either of them in slipcovers? These are just going to look so odd on the shelf. And I don't think it's because, oh, excuse me, I don't think it's because Amazon only got the season 2 with a slipcover. I've looked all over online today to try and find a picture of series 1 with a slipcover, and it doesn't seem to exist. So it looks like they never ever put a slipcover on that one, but they did on that one. Anyway, disappointed, but it is what it is. I'm so chuffed to have really got these now, though. I've seen this one. I watched these, gosh, it must be nearly 2 years ago now when it first came out. However, I haven't seen season 2 yet. So I'm going to binge this one this week, and then on Saturday I'm probably going to watch this whole season in one run. I think they're only about 5 hours, if that, for the entire series. It's 10 episodes, and they're quite short episodes, about 25 minutes, something like that. Yep. So hopefully by this weekend I've got through both of those. Yeah. So that's it. That's everything that I haven't already shown this week that I've picked up over the last week. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Cheers. Ciao.